the Crystal Shard. Now go. Good evening, everybody. We are Dances with Kobolds. Welcome to our show of Legacy of the Crystal Shard. My name is Patrick. I will be the Dungeon Master for this evening. Before we get started, just a reminder, we are part of the Heroes Wanted Collective, and if you look at the doobly-doo underneath you, you will see a link to donate to the Sick Kids Children's Hospital. It is an excellent charity, and if you go to the DM's Guild, you can, for a $10 donation, you can actually get a new selection of monsters that are legal from Wizards of the Coast from the original Fiend folio that are now updated to 5th edition. That underway. Joining me tonight are...
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris. I am playing Radigan Conover, human artificer who is tired of them putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs, I say. I told you it was terrible.
Boo!
I told you.
That made no sense.
Can we
Group
We're
collapses
fighting
on
icy
Radigan.
frogs. Never mind.
Burn the...
Anyway, hi, I'm Lorne. I'm playing Curious, the Goliath Monster Hunter Ranger.
I am Brendan, and I will be playing the great Ezekiel, a wonderful, wonderful half-elven bard.
Nabil here. I'll be playing as Duma Bolstrike, a Minotaur barbarian with a lot of anger management issues, and for some reason not using a lot of rage.
Well, and social interaction skills. Also featuring Ian playing Augustus Constantine, the Forge Cleric of Moradin. And we will not have our cohort... Crap, what's Steph's character's name again?
Cassandra Beaumont Whittaker. She will be joining us later. And with that, since it's been a couple of weeks, I will give the recap. The party, after finishing destroying the skeletal abominations down on the snowy beachhead, made your way from the beach to the path leading up the side of this gigantic ice floe. The path took you up 2,000 feet to a gatehouse where, to your surprise, you met two hobgoblin envoys who had come to entreat the White Dragon Cryovane, but told you how they had been rebuffed and the rest of their party killed. They warned you to keep quiet as they were going to attempt to sneak out and make their way back to their homeland. As they left, they also entreated Cithrin, the White Dragonborn, to come join them. And after they had left, you guys took a short rest in the gatehouse and then crossed the stone bridge which connected to the main floor of the fortress. You guys were entering the fortress to try and rescue the Grand Wizard Amber, who is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood that Cassandra had actually been tasked with rescuing. And upon entering the fortress, you saw a couple of arrow slits which led around seeming pathways inside the building and had more arrow slits facing outwards. But the first room you entered was a ramshackle, sort of destroyed space that Radigan, as you entered first, you saw there was an ice toad there chasing sturges. And these sturges, sensing fresh, warm blood, immediately turned and attacked Radigan. The rest of the party then moved in and attempted to kill the toad and these sturges, but it managed to flee out the southern door, and it hopped away, croaking loudly in alarm. And that is where we pick up. So this toad has just dashed through the door. It is badly injured, but it is still alive and croaking very loudly. Top of the round will take us to Duma.
We can't see the map. We're on the overworld.
You guys are on the other map. There you are.
Where are we?
We're right here.
In the
Just
Oblivion.
India. Is the ping not working?
You gotta hold control or shift. I found us. There you
There
go.
it is.
All right. So the ice toad has left through that door, and you can hear him hopping and croaking out in the hallway. Duma, you are still outside on the bridge, overlooking basically the chasm you guys walked up to get here. And as you are outside, give me a perception check.
Oh boy. With
Well, there
all
goes your
the
stealth.
hair and with all the hair on my face, I'm not gonna see Jack.
At least you're not leaving footprints behind.
And Jack was a different
He's leaving
game.
hoof prints behind.
I'm leaving a
That's
hoof
not
print.
any better.
No, you guys did have pass without trace. With your 22 perception,
Oh shit.
I mean, the wind is whipping and, outside everything, it is loud, but you can hear this croaking going through these open doors. And you start to hear just the slightest sound of crunching ice and movement, and a low growl come from the roof above you.
Oh boy.
That does not bode well.
Oh no. I think we should. Is that sound coming directly above me or in the general area above me?
General area above you. You can look up and you can see the crenellations of the roof above you, but you can't see anything past that. You're basically right at the edge of the wall looking upwards.
All right. So that does distract me for like a bit of a second, but the ice toad has my attention. I see it run in the southern area, right? Like in this general area.
You would have seen it leave in that direction. Yeah, from your line of sight, you would have seen it leave, but you would have known it went south. But that's about it.
Okay. So that has my attention. I'm charge. Well, I can't see much, so I'm just going to charge in towards the ice toad. So dash and gore, the whole thing. It's going to be
All right. Don't forget,
Wow.
it's going to be terrain as you push past Curious and Ezekiel.
the great Ezekiel.
The
1,
great
2,
Ezekiel.
3, 4, 5.
5. He has at
okay.
least 35 feet of movement.
Okay, so I think I'm going to be making contact with that thing.
So as you shove past the great Ezekiel, yes, you see a sturge that is flying in the air that is somewhat full of Radigan's blood.
How high is it above me?
It's about your head height.
Okay, so I can hit it, so that's a good thing. I am not going to take any chances and just cut it down. Coming in, silver one sword.
That does not hit. It buzzes around, and your first swing goes wide.
Dang.
Your second
that's
one,
gonna be-
however, hits it, and it explodes in a spray of blood and is no more.
I just look at Radigan. I'm assuming, was this yours?
Used to be. You can keep it.
You can see Radigan is actually covered in blood from the sturges that were on him that Cithrin and everybody else has already cleared off.
All right, so that was. Sorry, I'm just trying to calculate my distance. I was out here. So I have another 20 feet left, so I am going to make my way down towards the passageway. I'm assuming
you
that's
have-
what.
You have 10 feet left because it's 10 feet of movement to get past your
Okay,
comrades.
so all right, so just
So that's 20
One.
feet.
so just right here then,
Yep.
and so that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. The great Ezekiel, you have just seen this toad run through the door, and you can hear it croaking quite loudly.
Duma, you can't park there. You're going to get towed.
All right. So I am
That's a
not
fair
a
check.
good damage dealer, so we're not going to do. Instead, I'm going to focus on damage control. slip past Curious and close the door.
All right.
Heidi, go through the slit, through the arrow slit.
I can't even see Heidi to move around.
I've got her. I'll take
That's
care
right.
of it.
Okay.
And I will close the door.
All right.
That's 10, 15, 20 to get through Curious twice. That's 30 feet of movement for me. And then, was that a free action to close the door?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to dash to make sure I'm not in Curious's way. And just get here so I can see everybody.
All right.
And
Cassandra-
that'll be it.
Okay. Cassandra will yell for her cat, who will listen to you and go through the arrow slits coming into the room. She will then move into the hallway, and she sees two doors on the southern wall of this hallway, and then another door at the western end of this hallway that the toad seems to be going towards. But she will immediately cast Magic Missile, and
Told you she would get it.
Is that another one?
That is another one, yeah.
Okay, good.
all right. So with that, yeah, these bolts burst forth from her hand, impacting the toad, and you hear this loud croaking come to an end. But you also start to faintly hear croaking start to happen throughout the sort of main floor of the fortress, almost like a relay.
Ah, crap.
But I will also say Cassandra can hear the sounds of, well, she will turn around and you will hear her sort of whisper, "It sounds like somebody's fighting in the room next to me here." And that is her turn. So that takes us to Radigan.
Okay, Radigan's going to pop into this room. Actually, he's going to step over to here. Sorry, and it's going to pop out a frosty potion of healing, and just sort of comment and say, "Well, it's a poor substitute for blood, but it'll do in this case." And get 6 hit points back.
All right, you heal up for 6.
Then immediately aim his or sort of aim up with his crossbow, and then realize that something's kind of broken off of it, and that's where he ends his turn.
Okay.
Did you get nerfed?
Kind of, sort of. You'll see.
That takes us to Augustus.
All right, so Cassandra said there was more. I missed what you said earlier.
She said she heard what sounds like a struggle coming from the room on the other side of this hallway.
Okay, I'll move forward. So that's 30 feet to there. Is there any hallway more to the right, or because I just see it ends there, the hallway to
Yeah,
me. But
it ends-
oh, okay.
Yep, it ends there. You see there's a door to the south, there's another door to the south, and then a door to the east.
And which one was she which one is the door?
As you move into the hallway, you can hear through this door definitely the sound of some kind of struggle going on.
Well, struggles generally are time sensitive, so we'll use my last 10 feet to enter the room. So move here, free action, open the door, and then I'll decide with my last 5 feet if I'm going to enter.
All right. As you enter the doorway, you see that this room appears to be some sort of library. the walls are covered in shelves that are full of books and scrolls. And you see on a large sort of trestle table out in the middle, you see, books that are open, you see notebooks. And in the center of this room, you see this older male, white beard, long white hair that is currently engaged in a physical struggle with what appears to be some sort of frog or bullywug. And as you open the door, he sort of turns and looks at you, his eyes kind of wide, and he just, it looks like he opens his mouth, but he can just, as you peer in, that is what you see.
All right, I got 5 more feet for my first movement. It's yay 40 feet of movement. And, well, let's take out the frog. For some reason, I feel very offended at its presence.
All right, roll your attack. Oh, that definitely hits for 10 bludgeoning damage. So you strike this frog, and it is still conscious, but it is staggered, and you can see its eyes kind of cross, and it loudly sort of shrieks and croaks.
I'm just going to move Cassandra there so that she can see into the room.
Loving our stealthy approach to this one.
And, yeah, that's it.
Okay. That takes us to Curious.
15 feet to there, 25, 30 feet to there, assuming I'm not stepping on anyone.
Nope, you can go diagonally through that.
All right, and Gus has the door, so I'm gonna just end up dashing. So that's 25, 30, I guess, to here.
All right, and so you as well, entering this
I
room,
actually-
see.
Well, actually, yeah, entering in, I would, instead of going there, I'd go here to avoid opportunity attacks.
Yeah, so you step in and you can see this frog. Looks like half of its head has been caved in by Augustus's silver hammer, but it is still locked in struggle with this older man, who again, as you come in, turns to you and just.
Let's see, do I want to do anything else as a bonus action? Question: can I do anything else as a bonus action? You know what? I can. I'm gonna mark the frog as my Slayer's prey.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right, that takes us to top of the round to Duma.
From where I'm standing, am I able to see all of this happening in the room down here?
No, you can see the door is open, looking diagonally. You are basically blocked by Augustus, but you can see the room is full of sort of books and objets and things like that. Maybe every once in a while you catch a glimpse of like a blue robe that seems to be struggling with something.
All right, so pretty much I see that everyone's heading in that direction, so I'm just going to move in there, and I see that Gus, Cassandra in front of me, and this blue wizard, I'm assuming.
Yes, you see him, and he seems to be struggling, sort of grappling this this bullywug.
Okay, so what is everyone in the room that is in front of me, like Gus, Cassandra, who are they focused on as I enter the room? Are they focused on the guy in the blue robe or on the bullywug?
Cassandra's actually in the hallway beside you. We just have her in for the camera.
Okay.
Augustus is clearly focused on the bullywug. You can see he's just smashed its head in, and you see that Curious is also focused on the bullywug.
Okay, so I am going to move all the way in next to the bullywug, right above him. Oh, sorry, right below him, and
Oh, thank God. I was seriously worried Duma was going to go, all right, they left the old man for me.
I could still go after
He's
the
got
old
multiple
man.
attacks.
Oh shit. Okay, let's just play it simple at this point. Bullywug. Oh yeah.
He had 1 hit point left, so yeah, you cleave the bullywug straight through with your long sword, and it just collapses down to the ground.
Oh, guys, you should have left something for me.
And with that, the wizard, the white-haired man, will just sort of point towards the door here in the western wall and go, And
He's
at this
trying
point,
to speak, or is it
Duma,
like
you
something
can
preventing
see
him
at
from
this
speaking?
point, and so can you, Curious, as he opens his mouth, his tongue has been cut off.
That is
That's
not right. Are we
Huh.
still? If he's like urging us forward, or is it more like a calm?
No, he
Quick.
is agitatedly pointing towards that door, and he points down to the ground at the bullywug, and then back to that other door.
Okay, I'm assuming he's saying there's a bullywug, more bullywugs over there behind that
Wait,
door.
how come you can interpret his wants and needs, but not the dragon?
Oh,
I'm
jump in.
assuming he's pointing that there's more bullywugs behind that door.
All right, so Duma, you still have your movement. You still have, or no, your movement is pretty much done. You still have your second attack, and you have any bonus actions.
No, I'm just gonna hold not hold, but go into dodge action. Wait, not dodge action. As soon as I see someone coming through that door, I'm gonna dash charge into them. Pretty much Goring Rush. That's what I was trying to say.
I don't think you have any movement left for that.
Oh wait, I don't. Oh shit. Okay, hold that. Not hold. That's it for me.
Okay. The Great Ezekiel.
The great Ezekiel will move here. He hasn't seen any of this. That was
Nope, you've
5,
heard
10,
the sounds
15,
of struggle.
25, and I see what's going on when I get here.
Yes. So you can see this dead bullywug on the ground and this elder wizard pointing sort of towards the far wall. And as you come around the corner, his eyes kind of light up and you actually see a grin form on his face.
Do I recognize this person?
You do not.
Does he match the description of the wizard we're looking for? The member of the Arcane Brotherhood is like wearing their robes.
Yes, he does.
And what was his name again?
Stefan Amber.
Mr. Amber, I presume.
Do
And I
not
haven't seen his
try.
tongue yet.
It seems that the toad has got his tongue.
He
I
looks at you and just as you say that, Augustus.
Is everything okay now?
And you see he sort of shakes his head and points again at the door, but also after he does that, he points at you and points to a gesture for you to come towards him, and he will move over towards one of that large huge wall of books and pull out one of the books on the bottom, and you see him actively start flipping through this book.
All right, I will dash to get over to him then.
All right.
Says a Traveler's Guide to Spanish on the side.
And that takes us to Cassandra. She will come in this door, see what is happening, and say, oh, the great Amber, we found him. Oh, we've rescued him. Oh, that's great. And with that, she will say, it sounds like there's more people coming through the door in the hallway here too. And she will duck back out and ready a spell. And that takes us to Radigan.
okay. Takes me 10, 15 to get to there. Radigan will sort of pop back to the end of the hallway here, and as he sort of comes into the hallway here, you see him sort of working on his crossbow with a screwdriver, and he's just pulling like some components off. They have like these runes on them. Some of them look broken. It looks like he might have smashed his crossbow against the wall while he was trying to get the sturges off. And he's just kind of shaking his head.
All right. Is that any movement, any bonus actions?
So you said that Cassandra said there was fighting over there.
She's by this door. Yeah, she says they're coming. They're going to come through this door, and you can lightly hear the sound of like a door slamming shut behind that door.
Okay, so I sort of motion for Cassandra to duck down if she wouldn't mind, and I ready a shot towards the door.
All right. She gets into a crouch, and with that, the door opens. There are two bullywugs that are there, and Cassandra immediately releases Firebolt, and Radigan, your shot goes off as well.
Sure does.
And the first one just gets blasted backwards by her firebolt, and the one behind, your crossbow bolt, just penetrates right in through one of its eyes, and they both just immediately collapse down to the ground dead. And
that's some nice shooting, miss.
She turns and grins and kind of winks at you. In the library room...
Flirt more. You're not being honestly Cassandra yet.
She's not into Radigan. Yet.
Ooh.
I think this might have made it happen.
Yep. And so in the library room, these doors open, and you see two more of these frogmen come out, and they immediately size up the situation and will charge to the nearest one, which is you, Duma. And they pull out these spears that they have in little sort of spears that they have in their hand, and they will run up, and the first one attempts to stab you with its spear. That is going to be a 22 to hit for 8 piercing damage. And then it's going to attempt to bite you, but it bites onto part of your gauntlet and does not do any damage to you. The second one is also going to try and stab you. That is only an 11, unfortunately, does not hit, but then it will try and bite. And a 15 again. You are able to parry it away with your axe as they are both, closing in on you and both starting to also sort of croak and screech loudly. That takes us to Augustus.
More of these very awful stereotypes about amphibians, huh? And I will move up here and we will smackety smack this one.
All right. Roll your attack.
Actually, addendum will go around the Great Ezekiel and go this way so that they can't go and get the old man.
All right. Yeah, you shove past Ezekiel and the wizard.
Probably not good enough.
A 9 is a miss.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah, this blue-tinted frog is able to get its spear up and block your hammer below. Which takes us to Curious.
Lord, you're curious.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's very curious about it.
Can you guys hear him?
Not a word.
Nope.
At all.
We heard like a word through your mic.
There we go. For some reason, it wasn't registering that I was hitting the push to talk button. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good.
I'm sorry,
Can you
go
hear me
again?
now?
Okay. So, all right. From what I can see into the hallway with Cassandra, there's nobody coming. So I'm going to move here, catch this guy in a bit of a crossfire. bonus action mark him. And then I'm going to swing. I'm pretty sure I have my hand axe equipped. Wow. I don't think a 12 hits.
A 12 does not hit.
All
He
right.
was a little
well,
more agile than you expected.
Well, second swing.
Also
And I
able
have
to
my turn.
dodge. All right. Yeah, this, sort of blue-tinged, icy bullywug is much more nimble in ducking up and down. So, Duma, it is up to you.
I join Curious in trying to bring that toad down.
Does not hit.
Even a 30.
17 does hit for 8 slashing damage. So he is sort of grinning and ducking and weaving as your first swing goes wide, and then your second one catches him in the side of the head, and there's a huge sort of cry and shriek. He is still on his feet, but he is very badly hurt.
And I try and push him back.
Yeah, because these guys are all about strength. That is a 13. That will be a failure. So he is pushed 10 feet back.
It's like, Curious, I think you can handle that on your own now.
Yeah, he is
Well, I did.
battered and bloodied and just kind of staggering backwards. Augustus, you will get an attack of opportunity on him.
Oh, nice. 1 sec. Whoops, sorry. First one.
First one hits, and it had exactly 3 health left. So yeah, as it starts staggering backwards, you just clobber it on the head with your silver hammer, and it is dead. Okay, which takes us to the great Ezekiel. And you can see that Amber, as he is flipping through, kind of grins at you mischievously, and you see that tucked in the sort of back area of this book, he opens up the lining and he pulls out what appears to be a small sort of scroll, and he passes it over to you and sort of points at his mouth. And
Is it the scroll of tongues?
it is not.
Can
So,
I tell what the scroll is just quickly?
reading it over, you see that it is a scroll of regeneration.
Is that a spell I can use?
It is. It is on the bard and on the cleric list,
Uh,
but it
yes,
is a high level spell, so it
Yeah.
will be
we're
a
gonna not do
challenge for
this
you to
quite
make
yet.
it work.
Would you like
In a
me
moment, let us deal with the problem at hand. To make it a little bit- I understand, but I'm not that good. I need a little bit of preparation, and I will use my action to try and knock out this last bullywug.
All right.
DC 15.
Wisdom save. That is a 4, so it takes 5 psychic damage. Its eyes kind of cross, and you see a little bit of blood and mucus sort of escape the side of its mouth and just.
My friend Radigan is going to make frog legs out of you.
I feel like you have a missed opportunity there with Gus and a French accent.
And as you do that, Amber will sort of grab the scroll out of your hand and push it towards you, Gus, and go, and Cassandra
Give
will,
us a moment.
Cassandra will step into the room and say, "Oh, Radigan's not even going to get a chance," and she'll toss another firebolt at this bullywug.
Cassandra got spicy.
That is
That's
a hit for
Radigan's job to be
9
spicy.
fire damage. She is basically just signed her ticket to get into the Arcane Brotherhood, which is part of what she wanted. So this bullywug goes up in flames and just sort of croaks and screeches as it falls to the ground.
Okay. Close the doors.
Question. Assuming we're completely devoid of combat for the next minute, can I make a suggestion? I assume Radigan has guidance.
Yeah, Radigan's going to.
Yeah,
sort
no,
of
we're
reach in-
gonna make
so-
sure Gus can do it.
So yeah,
Guidance, and we're gonna bardic inspiration in a moment.
I never do
We're good.
scrolls. What do I have to do for it?
well, then
A
you can cast. So
scroll,
you have to.
when you cast it, you have to give me it's a d20 roll. You have to, the DC to make it work is 10 plus the spell level. So it's going to be a DC 17 for you to make this work.
It's
Okay,
just a straight
so-
D20.
Guidance.
yeah.
Radigan
It's a
guidance.
d20. So basically, add your spellcasting modifier to it. So it's going to be a roll plus your wisdom plus this
Like a wisdom saving throw or wisdom
Be a
check?
check.
wisdom check.
And
So,
so Radigan's going to
I
reach
have a-
into his. Radigan's going to reach into his little tool bag there. He's going to pull out a paper pair of 3D glasses. Going to put them on Gus and is going to say, "This is for the fine print."
And can I help since I can also cast this spell?
No, you cannot. You can give him bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was hoping I'd give advantage.
All
Yeah,
right.
nope. There's no mechanic for that necessarily. And
I will
as
spend
you
a
are
bardic
starting
inspiration on it.
Yeah. Okay. As you are starting to read over this, you hear coming from above this growling voice, and it sort of travels down the chimney and just says, "Who dares invade my home? I smell you."
Okay.
But with that 24, Augustus, you are able to read the scroll, and as the words disappear, you start to see a small sort of yellow glow appear in the mouth of Master Amber, and his tongue slowly starts to reform. And he just kind of grins and claps you on the shoulder and gives you and Ezekiel a big hug.
I see you're in better spirits now.
I
I'll
hope
use
you
that new
have-
tongue, break it in.
I hope you have a better plan for this dragon than I do, because mine is not very good.
Well, Radigan has a plan, and he's gonna. Is there like a table or something in this room?
Yep, there's a large trestle table that has books all over it. I mean, and the bookshelves here are filled with old books and scrolls and things like that.
All right, Radigan's gonna go over to I guess the table's over here, and he's gonna just like lay his crossbow down, lay that weird wand that was in his sort of side holster there down, pull out some tools from his bag, and just be like, "Keep the dragon busy." And he's just gonna like take that thing he pulled off his crossbow and start working on it.
All right.
I
What's everybody else doing?
can lie to the dragon. Should I try to lie to the dragon?
Lie to the dragon.
All right. I'm gonna use my actor feat to try and sound like one of the hobgoblins.
All right.
And I'm going to reply to the dragon. And I'm going to say, my friends made a run for the beach. If you wanted, they're out in the open.
All right. Give me a deception check, and with advantage because you're actor feat. And are you what tongue are you speaking in?
Unfortunately, I don't speak goblin, so I am speaking in common.
All right. So yep. So give me your deception check with advantage.
25.
25. All right. You hear this snarling voice up ahead just say,
Thank you for the information. I will see to them, but you have no right to be in my house. I already killed the rest of your group. I said no, and you have no right to be here anymore. You will not leave with your lives. I will take your tongues like the wizards.
And as he says that, Radigan finishes what he's working on, and he just sort of spins his wand on his finger, and it looks like it's got that thing that was on the back of his crossbow. Now it's a cylinder on the back of his wand that's got runes all over it. He just kind of spins it, looks at it, looks down the barrel, and is like, now we can fight the dragon.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And at this, Amber will sort of stop, and he'll finally be able to speak, and he's like, we have to fight the dragon. We have to. He's been corrupted. There was some undead man who teleported in with this black mirror, and he put this gift to the dragon up on the roof, and Cryovane has gone mad since then. I don't know what changed under his influence, but he took my tongue after he got these gifts.
You can't get it out of here. There's no teleport, no teleportation circle, nothing.
No, I don't have my spell book anymore. It was taken by the dragon. It is up on the roof with this mirror, but this mirror is some kind of transport portal to get out. I saw them come and go by it.
How big is your spell book?
He will turn to you and he will say, it is a collection of small stones that are in a pouch, so it is not technically a book, but I etch all of my spells on the rocks. I'm a little depleted since I have not had my book for a couple of 10 days, but I still have some tricks up my sleeve.
If it's on the roof, could we not send Heidi to retrieve it and bring it back? After we distract the dragon?
It'll still take him a few hours.
True.
And he says, even if we just take care of the young dragon, we should just free it from whatever this curse is that has been put upon it. He was a decent enough host before this happened, but there are more of these frogs in here. The Major Domo has not come down yet.
It's the black ice. We are familiar with it.
Yep. Let's go meet this Major Domo.
And Amber will say, the kitchen is on the other side of this door, and then a long hallway with a circular staircase that leads up to the Major Domo's quarters. You have to pass that way to make it up to the roof.
Well,
The dragon doesn't like to come inside down here, but there are ruins down some of the side passageways. He has squeezed in occasionally when needed, so we must be careful.
I think we can make do. Coming with?
He grins and just says, that piece of shit took my tongue. You think I haven't been sitting here thinking of ways to get back at him?
Sounds
How
good to me.
How good are you right now? Are you like? What spells do you have? Do you have any spells?
He says, I have a few spells, and you see him, he immediately sort of casts mage armor on him, and he says, I have a fireball and a couple of other more damaging spells, but mostly I do protection. And he'll look around and say,
I can turn someone's skin to stone for this fight if you need. Would anybody benefit from that?
Duma, you already do that on your own.
A little more doesn't hurt.
No, like you literally, I don't want to metagame, you literally get that effect.
Basically, it gives you the base effect of rage. If anything, I
God,
or
yeah.
Gus would be the better option because we both go melee, and we don't get that feature.
I'm fairly
Yeah.
decent for armor, so you should take it.
I'm gonna point
Right.
towards the man who's already partially made out of stone, and I say more stone is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I guess get him stoned.
All right, he will walk up and he will say,
It is the least I can do for you.
and he will, lay his hands on you, and you feel just your skin starting to harden and toughen up, and you see like almost this outer shell encase Augustus. And yeah, you have now got stone skin, so you are resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
All right. Oh, Steph just got in. Do you want to take 5 minutes now to let her get back in and down, and I can go quickly bring in the groceries? Or do we want to keep
Absolutely.
going to
So
8:30?
Nope, 5-minute bathroom break right now, and yeah, we'll pick up when you guys get back. You will head up
I'll
to
run right back.
face the Major Domo and Cryovane, the White Dragon.
Tireless
Awesome.
before we the fight.
This would be an excellent use of my brand new official Everoni self.
Rip. Rip absurd crossbow damage.
Listen, the fact that I was able to double crossbow and get an extra D6 on every shot,
It was kind of broken.
Completely. Oh yeah, at first level it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know enough about how the Artificer was before to comment on the changes. I know a lot of people are mad about him.
They took out the extra attack for the artillerist. The other one gets it, the battlesmith,
Which kind of makes
but-
sense.
Yeah, but the artillerist gains essentially a gun, which is essentially a wand, and any damaging spell they cast through it automatically gets bonus damage. So every single time I cast Firebolt, it's gonna do an extra D8. So it's kind of like having Arcane Weapon on all the time, but only in a certain sense.
I'll be right back.
Sadly, there's not a lot of damaging cantrips for Artifice.
Don't you get access to Toll the Dead or Firebolt or anything like that?
So cantrips for artificers, acid splash. Okay, that is one. Acid splash is kind of weak though. You get acid splash, firebolt, frostbite, which I think is touch only. Magic stone. So I guess I could say that I use my pistol wand to fire a stone at someone.
Frostbite's not touch.
It's not.
Nope, I think that's a ranged attack.
Oh, okay. Well, that goes really well with Ray of Frost then. Because you get Ray of Frost, Poison Spray, Shocking Grasp is touch, Thorn Whip. I'm mostly looking for things that I can do at like a fair amount of range. Firebolt is like 120 feet, so okay, fine. The other problem, of course, I have with the Artificer is that at 5th level they have 2 entire cantrips, and unlike the previous version of this, you can't just swap out cantrips when you hit 6th level, like on a daily basis. So
yeah, no, Frostbite is 60 feet because I know I had a character that used it. Yeah, it's 60 feet, and they take cold damage and then have disadvantage on their next attack.
Okay. How's that different from Ray of Frost then?
Ray of Frost slows them I think their movement
Okay.
goes down 10 feet.
Oh, okay, so it's just a slightly different version of Ray of Frost then.
Yep.
Okay, actually, that's not bad. I gotta say though, I really do like having guidance.
Are you the only one with guidance right now? Does Augustus not have it?
Gus has it.
I think Gus does have it. Yeah.
It's been so long. I don't remember what all I got out of that Unearthed Arcana that we're playing with right now.
Which Unearthed Arcana are you using? Just for Goliath, or?
No, the expanded class options.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what you picked either.
Well, Patrick just said we were playing with this, like to test it out, because it gives a bunch of options to classes.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody picked too much up. I think there were some things there that definitely helped your bard, but yeah, I'm not sure anybody else took too much. I think Curious might have something from that as well.
I'm definitely taking Mass Healing Word next time I get a spell. It's so good.
Okay, I do actually have to look up Frostbite now because ZLT is promoting its graces in the chat. So yeah. Oh wait, no, yeah. Frostbite is they have to save or they take a D6 cold damage and disadvantage on the next weapon attack. Which is kind of along the lines of playing a bard and doing everything with vicious mock.
Hey, it's 2d4 damage now. Okay.
I understand. Oh man. Frostbite is 1d6 cold damage or 2d6 at 5th level and disadvantage before the end of the next turn. So, yeah, it's like a cold wizardy version of Vicious Mockery that does more damage.
Patrick, how do the rules of this universe work in regards to reminding people of things that they've forgotten and they realize it and then it starts affecting them?
Totally fine. What did you
So, like,
remember?
if I remind these bullywugs that they have cold blood.
Oh no, these are Arctic bullywugs. They are a different variation.
Damn it.
Same way you've met an ice toad rather than just a standard toad.
No, you can't tell the bullywugs that they're standing over a precipice and then they look down and hold up a sign that goes eep and then they at least not in this case. Grab another drink. Be right back.
Test, test, 1, 2, test, test.
Hey, welcome
Here.
back.
Yay!
Oh, I could have Mind Spike. Why am I not using Mind Spike?
Bard.
Also, that's my thing.
It's on the expanded Bard spell list in the Unearthed Arcana.
So, what have we been
Back.
dealing with so far?
Frogs.
I just figured out a plan for dealing with a dragon.
Oh, what is it?
Now, do you want the dramatic reveal or don't you want the dramatic reveal?
You'll get the dramatic reveal. I'm not going to tell y'all. I might tell the person who I need to for the plan.
And Radigan has disassembled his crossbow and built a gun.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys moved into a room that appeared to be a library. You saw an elder wizard that was struggling with a bullywug whose tongue had been cut out of his mouth. And after you guys killed some of the bullywugs, after first giving the scroll to Ezekiel, he gave it to Augustus because Ezekiel decided to kill a bullywug instead of reading the scroll immediately. Augustus was able to regenerate this man's tongue.
To be fair, we only have one scroll, and if I fuck up, then this guy doesn't have a tongue.
True. And so this is Stefan Amber, the wizard that you were sent here to find, Cassandra. But he also let you know that an undead wizard has visited and dropped off a black sort of mirror and given Cryovane, the white dragon, some sort of gift, which you guys have surmised is black ice, and it is that which has sort of driven Cryovane mad and caused him to cut out Amber's tongue.
They're all part of the Arcane Brotherhood, right?
Amber is, he said this, the other wizard, he said was Akar Kessel, who was an old member of the Arcane Brotherhood who is the undead wizard who caused all the undead to appear and caused all the strife with the black ice under the dwarven mountain in Kelvin's cairn.
You mean originally?
Yes, Kessel is the original one who had the crystal shard and attempted to take over Icewind Dale about 100 years ago.
Oh
He
my
also had-
god!
A fantastic fun run called the Kessel Run.
I heard that's less than 9 parsecs. I don't know the exact number.
Parsecs.
Not nerd enough to remember the actual number,
If you are.
but I don't, so I'm clearly not nerd enough.
Nerd. All right,
Sorry,
so
sorry, what was the dragon's name again?
Cryovane.
Cryovane. Yeah, I'm just trying to complete my notes here.
It doesn't rhyme with A
Yeah,
either.
yeah. Yeah,
Cryovane being the bane.
yeah.
Quite insane.
Don't worry about the don't worry about that, Steph. You didn't miss much.
Cryovane is a crying brain? I don't know.
Cryovane!
Well, he's up
Are
there.
we all here?
Yep, everyone's back, I think.
Yep.
All right. With that, Amber will again tell you the directions. He says, through here is the kitchen, then the long hallway which leads to the circular staircase up to the roof where this giant ice toad major domo is and where the dragon resides on the roof upstairs. And he has given Augustus stone skin, and he has cast mage armor upon himself. And he says even though he doesn't have a lot of spells left, he will be more than happy to assist how he can.
Right. So just to recap, Cryovane is insane in the brain and must be slain. Right. Got it. Good. Let's.
And hopefully is on the beach now, murdering those hobgoblins. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I wouldn't put too much faith in that. He's more upset at having people here, but hopefully it buys us a bit of time.
They've been here longer than we
Good
were ever
idea.
here.
They came, they entreated, and Cryovane dispatched them handily. They came for whatever their purpose was in peace. They didn't even know I was here. I only heard the carnage through the chimney. But we are wasting time. Let us go.
Who wants to lead the charge?
Up for tribute.
I think Stony Gus.
Me and the Duma can do it if he arranges.
Right after I finish chugging this potion of healing.
All right. Oh, and with that, he kind of smacks his head and he says, "Oh, wait. And he roots around and he pulls out a scroll of mass healing word and hands that to Augustus and just says, I think you can use this.
That I can cast, so...
I have managed to squirrel a couple of things away.
But it's only Radigan and Duma that's hurt, right?
Yeah, let's not use it yet. Like everybody's a little bit pinged, it looks like, but or a lot of people are a little bit pinged, but
I mean, I'm doing after chugging that potion, I'm feeling a wee bit better, so I'm okay to look cool.
Yeah, Radigan's more healing potion than blood right now. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. And also, I am secretly fangirling because the whole thing was about me joining the Arcane Brotherhood, and then one of their greatest people is right here, so I'm trying to keep it together so bad.
Oh, you were handy with the firebolt, so he's already Senpai has already noticed you.
Senpai.
All right, Gus, giddy up.
All right, which way are we going?
You get that healing, Chris?
5.
Healing
word 5. Awesome.
Okay. Yep, he says
This
the
way?
kitchen is through here, or he says my room was up there, but the kitchen is probably the way to go. And he sort of pulls his hair, ties it back in a ponytail, and just says, "Let's go save
It's serious
or
time.
kill
Important
him."
in this room.
Sorry, that was a badass line. What was that?
Is there anything more important in this room we need to take? I notice there's lots of books and scrolls and such.
He says, "This is all things that were taken from the Arcane Brotherhood decades ago by Arvientris, and it would be advised we don't touch anything. We typically have an agreement where we are allowed to come do research, but if we actually touched anything that really doesn't belong to us, we would have an ancient dragon to deal with rather than just the young spring."
Oh, let us go. Which way now? Down the hallway or through this door on the left?
And Amber will just say,
"That's just a storeroom. Down the hall, circular staircase. Keep an eye out."
So first door is his bedroom.
"Yep."
It seems to be there are 2 doors broken down.
And you can see as you look into that room, it just appears to be a barracks for the bullywugs. You can see piles of, sort of straw and, wood that are sort of approximating beds, but nothing much more than that. It's a very simple barracks.
Sorry, was his bedroom here?
Yes, that is, you in opening that door, you see just a very simple, there's a bed on pallets and a small sort of nightstand, and Amber says, "Yeah, that's where I've been put up while I've been here."
Do I see any posters of Elminster or anything like that?
Yeah.
No, the walls are bare, sadly.
Oh, okay.
Up we go.
Okay, everybody get in line. Cassandra, are you bringing up the rear?
Yeah, I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay, let me just move you guys to the other side of the map.
Closer, but whatever.
You are also rear guard.
You guard Squishy? And Amber?
Amber is a little bit squishy, but he's got his mage armor on and says he is ready to fight.
It's a very helpful label that you've put on that bridge.
What's that?
The bridge that says bridge on it.
Oh, I didn't put that label on there.
That was me.
Now, this is interesting. I'm not sure where I am.
I'm still
Yeah,
moving.
hang on. Yeah, I'm just moving you guys over because it's all on one map, but I can't just cut and paste you guys.
Right.
So, top of the staircase, Augustus, you have climbed this circular staircase, and you see another sort of smashed door leading out to an open area. You see more arrow slits in the wall, and
Is there a roof?
you are in an area where there is a partial roof. There is sort of wind and snow that is blowing in here, but yeah, the room you are in does technically have a roof.
I meant out here.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, well, we'll step out.
So, and I mean, the roof
Oh.
only goes to a few feet, and as you step out,
This is not
you
where
are-
I parked my horse.
you are immediately
Can't see that.
assaulted by a spear that is thrown at you.
So
I'm
Sandra and
still
I
way
and
over here.
Grissom and the mage guy
Yeah.
are not in that section.
You guys are still on the staircase. So I can move you guys like that. But you are at the bottom of the stairs as you guys are sort of moving up, and Augustus is top of the stairs.
Initiative?
We can keep the same initiative. That was a surprise attack, but that first spear whoosh, goes right past you, and you hear from behind this bullywug this loud croak that, even though you don't speak the language, you understand is somebody being cursed out. So,
Moradin's blessing is upon me.
all right.
I'm still in the room with the Sturges.
Yep.
Yeah, you passed out from the blood loss like hours ago. This has all been a hallucination.
All right. With that, we will go back into initiative. Top of the order is Duma.
Oh, hi, Sithrin in my old turret.
Yep.
All right.
Put you there on the stairs. So you've just seen Augustus step out and a spear whistle past him.
Huh.
All right.
Welcoming committee.
All right. So, holding my shield up, I make my way towards Gus, and I'm like, "You got lucky. They missed."
There is no luck. There is only Moradin.
And I step out in front of him. I, for some reason, cannot get a hold of my icon. There we go. Thank
All right,
you.
and as you do so, you see this massive blue frog sort of leap across, and his tongue lashes out towards you. And misses you as he attempts to bite down, but you rear back and his jaws just close with a loud sort of snap. And that is it. Now, take your action.
How big is this guy?
He's very big. He's about 2 feet taller than you. He's nearly 10 feet tall.
So pushing him would be out of the question. All right. Let's just get it. Silver longsword coming in.
That is a hit. For 8 slashing damage. Second attack.
That's a
13 does
miss.
not hit. Yeah, it sort of scrapes off of his skin, which kind of flakes like ice, but takes no damage.
And that's it for me.
All right. The great Ezekiel, you are down on the staircase.
Do I even anything I can even do from here? Like I'd have to move through so many people to get to him.
Yeah, you'd have to move through Radigan and then Augustus at the top of the stairs, so you would have enough movement to get to just below Duma, right there.
Oh, hey.
And yeah, you see a small bullywug around the corner and this gigantic frog towering over Duma.
What's the bullywug wearing?
Bullywug is not wearing any kind of. He's wearing hide armor.
Darn. He really it would be a shame if he were to like suddenly stop moving. So I'm gonna hold him.
The bullywug?
Yep.
All right. That is a 16, which is enough to succeed.
All right. That's it.
Okay. Cassandra, you are basically at the bottom of the stairs. So you could push past Curious and Radigan, and it would take you to the top of the staircase.
And then I can see who's attacking us?
Yes. You'd just be able to sort of peek your head out and catch sight of it.
Then I'm going to get in the way of Prius and Radigan. And, oh, wait, they can just push past me, right?
At this point, I'm not sure they'd have enough movement.
I will hold my action then.
Okay.
And then I will allow Heidi to assist. Who's coming up after me? Radigan.
Radigan. Okay. So yeah, your Tressroom will fly up and sort of harangue and harass. And that takes us to the giant ice toad. And it is going to lash out and attempt to bite you, Ezekiel, as you have just joined the fray.
What? No, it wasn't me. It was
The one
Just
arm
Radigan.
man.
That is a 15 to hit, which
I
just hits
will-
you.
cutting words that
Ooh, all
using my
right. Yeah, you
last
cutting.
bardic bridge.
All right. Yeah, you cutting words, and at the last second, you can just see its head kind of tilt, and it misses you, just grazing the side of you.
It's not the hit for me. Or not the hit for me.
Alright.
That's not even my turn.
Nope. And then it is going to leap backwards 20 feet, which means Duma and Ezekiel, you will both get attacks of opportunity.
Use my reaction.
All right. Duma, you can take an. Actually, no, it's going to stay where it is.
Oh,
It's not afraid at this point. So yeah, it stays where it is and just kind of grunts. That takes us to you, Radigan. You are on the stairs. You can get to the doorway, and just sort of popping your head out, you will be able to see this large ice toad that is currently blocking the way.
All right. Can I get into this square here? Like right there.
Yeah, I'll say you'd be able to move into there. And I will say, as you sort of move in, you can see through the arrow slit what appears to be a type of sort of rocky nest on the other side, which is currently empty.
All right, that's not ominous in any way, shape, or form. So I'll make sure I find this. I'm gonna step into the window, look at the frog, put my hand on my hip, draw out my wand, go blammo, and miss completely.
Yeah, you're not quite used to this new wand, and it just fires off into the ground before you even raise it up into the air, almost striking Ezekiel in the foot.
Sorry.
Do I have to use cutting words on you too?
Just dance. It'll be fine.
And with that, the bullywug is going to stab at Duma with its spear. That is a 19 to hit for 6 piercing damage. And then he is going to attempt to bite you. And that is another 19 for another 5 bludgeoning.
Now, Patrick,
Yes.
when I first stepped in the window, I saw a rather massive blue bullywug that essentially covered the entire space.
Yes.
That guy.
Yep. Sorry, yeah, I moved him to the. I was moving your old turret to the GM layer and hit him too.
Okay, yeah.
That takes us to Augustus. So you have this giant toad. You are currently within 10 feet of him, and there is cold radiating off of him. At the start of your turn, Augustus, you take 5 cold damage.
Oh. No save?
No save.
Oh, I don't seem to be able to change my hit points. Weird.
Oh,
Not
not again.
all right, so I am going. So it's within. Can I fit in that little space in front of Ezekiel?
That little square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
you
one,
can
yeah.
you can squeeze in there.
He's not very big. He doesn't take up a whole lot of room. You can share his.
He's only a centaur. So yeah,
All right.
Augustus squeezes his way past.
Only a man the size of a horse. It's fine. He's lithe.
Oh yeah, and thick. All right. So I think I am going to hit it, but also spiritual weapon is a bonus action, right?
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, and I'll cast spiritual weapon behind it.
Okay. Your giant hammer and anvil
Motherfucker.
appears and critically hits.
And then I'm going to hit him with my hammer on the other side.
All right, roll your attack. That connects for another 9 damage. So back and forth, these massive silver hammers come sort of crashing down on top of his head, and then you sort of strike him in the chest, and you can, his body sort of caves a little bit, but you do hear something sort of crack and break inside, and he is starting to look pretty rough.
Moradin's blessing is with us, and done.
All right, that takes us to Curious on the staircase.
So let's see,
You can-
5.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what
can
the hell?
swing. You can swing all the way up and enter the fray there.
Put me 25 feet, and I can see that guy. All right, so as I reopen my sheet, bonus action, mark him as my prey. I'm going to pull out my regular hand axe and throw it at him and hope it hits.
It does not. It just bounces off his icy kind of hide.
I will end my turn.
It was very dramatic.
All right, that takes us to
Have
Duma.
5 feet.
Start of your
I'm-
turn. You take
I'm able to
5
back.
cold damage. Okay, you move back into the doorway.
How much ice damage do I do?
5 cold damage.
Burr. I'm gonna bring on Burr back to the.
Don't you mostly go out bareback?
That's Bullback.
Just don't break mine.
All
12
right.
slash.
You should get more than that. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Yep, 12 slashing. Wow, another critical hit. Yeah, you slice through and it sort of screeches and reels in pain, but it is still on its feet.
And one more coming up.
Does not hit.
That's
That
it.
takes us. All right, that takes us to the Great Ezekiel. 5 cold damage at the start of your turn.
Ow! How far does this thing be radiating out? This cold aura?
About 10 feet.
All right. Not getting away from it then. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna not burn another spell slot. And instead cast Vicious Mockery at the frog. DC 15.
That is a natural 1.
Oh!
6 damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
All right. Yeah. He doesn't even understand your language, but
Hey, what
yeah, you
face?
see- yeah, he recognizes the tone, and it clearly affects him. Cassandra, you are still on the staircase.
Okay, well, I'm going to make him 5, 10, 15. Can I sort of... Would I be safe? Would Croesus, if I moved ahead of Croesus, would Croesus be able to... Or Curious would be able to move ahead as well.
No.
Can I see anything?
From where you are, you can basically just see out on a landing, and you see Radigan sort of half tucked into an arrow slit facing the other direction. You can see everything is off to your right.
Of course. All right. Second verse, same as the first. Heidi will assist with Radigan, and I will hold my action.
Okay. That takes us to the giant ice toad. He is going to, with disadvantage, attempt to bite at Augustus. That is going to be a miss, and now he is going to leap 20 feet away. Actually, no, he's not. All 3 of you are going to get opportunity attacks. He's going to groan and stand there. Takes us to Radigan. You have advantage on this attack.
And sorry, that's to shoot him?
Whatever you want to do, because Heidi Cat came out and harassed him, so gives you advantage on your next attack.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to try that again. I really need to make this gun work.
It does not work. You get it to fire, but it blasts into the wall next to Duma.
Oh, got to adjust the sights. Sorry about that.
Grr.
Amber will stay on the stairs. That is the Bullywug's turn. It is going to stab at you again, Duma. That is a miss. And then it's going to attempt to bite you, and it misses as well. And that takes us to Augustus. You take 5 cold damage.
Yep. And second verse, same as the first. First with MC.
That is a hit. That is enough to crush the skull of this giant toad, and it collapses down onto the ground in front of you.
Is that other one there still alive?
Yes, it has taken no damage.
I will move up there and will hit.
That is a hit. You do some serious bludgeoning damage to it as it backs up and strikes against the wall. It is still on its feet, but it is very bloodied and very, very injured.
All right, and done.
Curious.
Maybe this time it'll go a bit better.
You and Radigan are not having good luck.
Nope.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30, around to the other side of this guy. Bonus action, mark him, pull out my hand axe, and smack him for 9.
Oh, yeah. And that is more than enough with your hand axe. It just embeds in the back of his skull, and his leg twitches as he falls to the ground. And with that, I mean, you guys can see you are in, a large sort of mostly enclosed chamber. There's a couple of holes in the roof where, some light sort of filters through. You can see there's a giant sort of pile of snow that looks like it was pushed together as a bed. And, the wind and snow is sort of blowing in amongst all of these arrow slits around the wall.
Radigan's gonna walk forward, put on his goggles, and look down into the pile of snow and see if he can see anything.
Yeah, as you even sort of brush most of this sort of pile of snow away, you see there are some loose coins and a couple of gems that are sort of tucked away in and amongst the snow.
Sweet.
We are fighting a dragon.
It'll take you
Blood chop.
it'll take you a minute or two to sort of dig through the snow, but you definitely know there's some stuff buried in here.
All right, actually, I'll leave it buried in there. We are in a time schedule here.
Give me an investigation check.
Poke, poke. 1 sec. Damn it. 16.
Oh, you needed that. As you are, cursorily digging and poking through the snow, you find a couple of vials of what appear to be red potions, but they are frozen solid. And you hear a voice behind you, Amber, just say, "Oh, those were mine, but feel free if you need them. You could probably just eat them in their frozen state and they would still heal you."
All right, I'll grab them and pocket them and hopefully melt them into a nice, refreshing slushy by the time I need them.
Yeah,
You
so you
need
guys have 2
them.
potions of healing.
All right, who's hurt?
I am a little bit hurt.
Okay.
I can use
here you go.
I can use the scroll now too. What do we want to do? Potions or scroll?
Let's use a scroll. Let's
can
get
we
everybody in
tell
here and
if,
use a scroll real quick. Because everybody's a little hurt.
Patrick, this door-looking thing, does that look like
Great
it goes
hit
outside?
points.
Oh, it's a fireplace.
Oh, I'm guessing that the blue scribbles down
You
here
see
are the
the-
door.
Oh, no, that's Gus's hammer.
Oh, okay. So
The
door's
door, as you
there.
look around, is that way, and you see, yeah, again, it's sort of been broken and shattered, and you see it looks out into or onto the rooftop.
All right, anybody who's hurt take 6 because I think there's fewer than 6 people hurt.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'll accept that. Group hug.
No, it's more like stop bunching up. You're fighting a dragon. You're right to get hit with a breath weapon.
And as you guys look around, you see Amber is excitedly looking through one of these arrow slits. And Cassandra, you can see his mage hand reaches out and picks up a small pouch that is on the ground and drags it back to himself. And he excitedly sort of looks inside, and you see him clicking some stones, and he's like, my spells, my spells.
See? Everything works out in the end.
And then he also sort of points your attention to this slab of black ice that is just reflecting the whiteness of the snow on the ground that has this gilt sort of frame. And he said,
That's the mirror they've been transporting through and going back and forth somewhere.
Does the mirror look like a giant slab of black ice?
Yes, it does.
I
Does it
do
look-
not have the fuel to melt that down. At least not here.
And it's also our ticket out of here.
Do we want to even attempt to use it, huh? Look what it did to Rat again. It made him a more crotchety bastard.
And Ambrose said, Kessel used the research here to track down the tomb of the Winter King. I don't know what he's done with my work and research, but they definitely use that as their doorway to wherever they go and whoever his boss is that he is trying to toady favor for.
We should. Well, we'll discuss if we need to risk it later.
Let's get ready to kill a dragon, I suppose.
Never killed me one of those.
We should split pretty far apart during the fight. Duma.
Ryder.
Uh,
I'm gonna
I
be
have-
shoving my fist down its throat.
I have a plan to that effect, actually. When I hit it with the spell that I'm going to hit it with, I want you to try to grab it.
Oh, homina, homina, homina. Okay.
I'm going to make it small. Well, I'm assuming medium, and it won't be as good at defending itself from things like grapple attempts. It won't be used to strength having been depleted so much.
Okay. I like this plan already.
All right. With that, Curious, you can peer out this doorway, and so you see this rooftop, and you can see there is a 3-foot high wall that seems to surround it, except in the corners where you see parts of it have, broken away, and you can see small little chimneys that are sort of cylindrical stone chimneys that jut out 5 feet above the rooftop, but are very, very narrow, and you would assume lead down to the fireplaces on the lower floors.
I have my axe ready. I'm gonna step here to get a slightly worse angle. I'm gonna turn back to Radigan, make sure he's covering me, and I move in.
All right, so with your passive perception, as you start to step, you can also see that this entire rooftop is just covered with a thin sheen of ice. As you step out onto it, I need you to give me an acrobatics check, please.
Getting a +4 to that, I should. Or plus. Oh, I'm adding plus. Yeah, sorry. It's only a 4.
A 4. You slip and fall prone. And you recognize this is going to be difficult terrain, so your movement is going to be halved.
I will inform the party to watch out for ice. I will stand back up. And I guess move here. Do I actually see that guy way on the far end down here?
You do. You see at the far side of this roof, there is one of these ice toads that appears to almost be standing guard.
Does he appear hostile?
He sort of crouches as he sees you. He definitely appears to be an unfriendly.
We'll point out the fact of his existence to the party, and yeah, I guess I will slowly and cautiously make my way 5 feet at a time into the room.
All right. So, and as you come around the corner, again, you can see parts of the rooftop have broken away down here at the far corner. And you can see that, there are some rocks that seem to be sort of circled around almost as a nest of sorts. And as you move in next to the chimney, the shards of ice on the ground beside you start to move and form up, and this small little ice creature sort of gets up and leaps out at you. They are going to get a surprise attack on you. And I'm going to wipe the initiative order and we can start over. So let's have everybody roll into initiative. And it is going to attempt to claw at you. And that is going to be a 22 to hit. You take 3 slashing damage and 2 cold damage.
My temporary hit points.
They're gone, all gone.
I had 4.
All hit points are temporary. They belong to Moradin, and when we die, they go back to him.
Bite my shiny metal butt.
All right, with that, Duma, it is your turn as you see Curious get attacked by what appears to be just a small moving piece of ice.
Am I able to see Curious from where I'm standing? I see.
No, from where you're standing, you can't.
But if he's just a quick question: if Curious is standing within range of my weapon of warning, wouldn't he be not surprised? I mean,
this creature is outside of the range.
Ah, dang.
No. Am I within 30 feet of Duma? Because I can't see him. My blue aura is still 30 feet.
Yes, you are just on the
So
outside
I wouldn't
edge of
be
it.
surprised. Because it's any creature you will within 30 feet of you with the weapon of warning.
All right. Yeah, nope. So this creature leaps out. There is no surprise attack. So Duma, top of the round, it is to you. So restore your health, Curious.
Okay.
Take it back from Moradin.
That's right.
Oh, that
Rob
is Moradin's health.
Brave.
Moradin's.
It's like in your face, Martin. Okay, where do I say? For some reason, I cannot move my icon. I'm trying to move towards Curious.
Because you
I
insulted
don't know why.
Moradin. You're not allowed to move
Oh
now.
yeah. So she froze my icon. That's pretty petty. Okay.
He's a dwarf god.
Is his icon on the map layer somehow?
Nope, he's on the top level.
All right. I see. Okay, I see Curious and the thing. It's flying, right? Is it flying?
Nope, it's not flying. It sort of grew out of the ice that was on the roof.
Okay, so at this range, I am going to. I can't reach it, so javelin attack.
An 18 hits and strikes. And yeah, you see some flakes sort of fly off it. It was definitely wounded by your javelin, but still
All
looks
right.
pretty healthy.
Okay, one more coming in. Ah, dang.
That does not hit. A 10. It ducks and your javelin flies over the side of the wall down below.
All right, so I am going. That was 20. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I am going to move in just right behind Curious. And that's where I am going to end my turn.
Okay, as soon as you step out onto the ice, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh, this is going to be beautiful.
Like a majestic, like
Like a
shipping crate.
bovine on ice.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
do
boa
manage
trying
to
to jump.
stay on your feet, so you do not fall prone. You slip a little bit, but you manage to catch yourself.
I meant to do that. I look fabulous doing it. That's it for me.
All right, that takes us to Radigan.
All right, Radigan's gonna take sort of a running sort of a running stride towards it, and as he hits the ice, he's going to basically go down on his knees and slide all the way out. He's going to embrace this.
All right, yeah, you slide out into the center of this area. And so you can see at the far end of the wall is another one of these ice toads. And as well, you see next to Curious, this small little ice creature.
Does it look like the ice toad has spotted us yet?
It has definitely spotted you.
Awesome. Where's my ruler? Oh, that's within 120 feet. Out comes the gun, and pow! 10 fire.
All right. Oh, yeah, it hits and blasts off across this rooftop and finally strikes true and strikes this frog who looks shocked and is definitely annoyed that you hit it with fire, not something it likes. All right.
Blow the smoke
that
off the
takes us
barrel.
the great Ezekiel.
The great Ezekiel is going to move here so we can actually see what's going on. And I see this little thing. I'm gonna
Yes.
try and not cutting words. Vicious mockery it because I want to save my spell slots for the dragon.
I guess I'm prone.
Yeah, you slid out, so you are prone. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. That is an 8. That is a failure. It takes 4 psychic damage, and you see a couple of shards of ice sort of crack and slip off its head as it sort of shakes it to try and clear its mind.
Hey, chill out.
Ooh.
And then I'll duck behind here.
Okay. Curious.
I'm not currently prone, I believe.
No, you stood up and moved over, so you're not prone.
The last room, I also picked up my other hand axe just in case. All right. Bonus action, I will mark the ice method with my Slayer's Prey. And then action, I'm going to smack it with my axe.
A 14 does connect.
So max damage of 17.
17, and this method explodes in a spray of snow and jagged ice. So give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
failed.
You take 6 slashing damage.
And I'm assuming if I move half speed, I don't have to worry about the check to keep on my feet.
Nope. First time you move, every turn you make a check.
All right. Well, I'm
Question.
going to move.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
And I slip.
You slip and fall prone.
Okay. Well, I get up and I move 15 feet, I guess. Ooh, I see treasure, guys. And I am my turn.
Woo. The question I have is, where is Cassandra on this initiative order?
Oh shit!
She didn't roll in.
That would affect things.
She was distracted by the senpai.
Senpai.
Where's the senpai in the initiative order?
He just rolled in.
Sorry
And
about that.
technically,
That's fine.
she goes just before me. I'm surrounded by wizards.
And this guy is going to use his turn to basically move and leap, and that'll get him to about there. Okay, so Cassandra, you are up. All right, stepping out onto the ice, give me an
Right.
acrobatics check, please, or fall prone. You are able to keep your feet. You slide a little bit, but yeah, you are still standing.
All right, and firebolt the ice toad with Heidi assisting.
And then Toad the wet sprocket.
Wow,
18
18 fire damage. This toad is badly injured as this firebolt explodes against it. But it is sort of rocked and staggered, and there's a little bit of melt around it, which freezes back up. But it is absolutely in terrible shape at this point. And at this point, Amber is going to continue sort of looking and staring, and he will yell out to all of you sort of over this sort of whistling wind. There will be more of the little ice creatures. They often hang around. And Augustus, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm going to walk out with everyone. So I guess that's the first time I'm on the ice.
Yep. Give me an acrobatics check, please.
Advantage for having 4 feet.
Disadvantage.
Totally
No,
advantage.
regular roll.
You do have 2 feet, though. You should be pretty bad at this.
Have you ever seen a horse on ice?
You
I have horseshoes,
fall
though.
prone and spin around, much like a young Bambi.
Oh, bother.
Now we're gonna have to put him down. That's really sad.
I'll kick you. Okay, so can I still stand up for half my movement? Because I only moved 10 that...
Yes.
So that's 20 to stand up. Oh, no, I can't because I already moved 10 feet.
You have 40?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, it'll cost you 20 to stand up.
You have 10 feet, which means you have 5 feet.
Oh, okay. I can't get through because, I can go here.
Remember to stay spread out, everyone.
We're trying.
I can't see how spread out you guys are.
And with this, a couple more of these little ice creatures form up. And this one next to you, Curious, is going to attempt. Actually, it's going to move around one square of you, and it is going to release a blast of cold breath. So I need Curious and Radigan to both give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Look at the pretty ice down here.
All right. You take 5 cold damage, Radigan. Curious, you are able to duck out of the way. You take 2 cold damage. This guy is
But a
going to
range
move
shower.
up and try and claw the wizard, but does not. This one is going to scamper across, and it is going to exhale its breath and blast it at the tress room. I need Heidi to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
4 hit points.
I'm going to roll this openly for the tress room. So it takes 1 cold damage.
Woo!
How much hit points does the Tressum have?
4? Oh wait, maybe more. 1 sec. 5 hit points.
All right, top of the round. That is Duma.
If I walk slowly and carefully, how much of my movement am I going to lose?
It's half movement regardless. Because this is difficult terrain, as it is a sheet of ice. And
All
your
right,
first,
so
your first step, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh boy, this is Duma on ice.
You just managed to keep your feet.
Oh, all right, so 20 half my speed 20. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the ice toad. Yeah, and go into dodge action.
All right, you step across, go into. Wait, how did you get to there? 5. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Yep, that is exactly where you can get to. You go into dodge mode. The Great Ezekiel.
Can I see, like, moving between these? I can see this guy, right? From, like, my position here, without stepping out onto the ice.
Just barely.
Like, I can't see him on this square, really. And I can't see him on this square, but, like, I have to be able to see him to walk between the 2 squares.
Yeah, you just see him.
Yeah.
Tucked behind Curious, he's going to have half cover, but I assume you're not going to
Yeah,
do a weapon attack
vicious
anyway.
mockery. My friends are going to kick your ice.
That is a 19.
Do
Darn.
we really have
It looks
to
up
get
at
into
you,
that
Curious, and you can hear it say, "Is that the best he got? Is that it?"
The look
I
on
heard that in
Curse's
elementary
face is
school.
just a pure
Look on Radigan's face is just
Any movement? Any bonus action?
I'm going to go back and hide behind here again before
All
yelling,
right.
split up.
That takes us to Radigan.
all right. Radigan's gonna kick off the chimney, slide over to this rock here, take cover, and get back up.
All right, your trousers are getting ruined.
Yeah,
So you stand.
I'm getting a sewing. I've got a sewing kit. I'm fine. And I will shoot the one that is currently attempting to claw Amber's face off because I like Amber. He speaks to me.
All right, that firebolt hits.
He's really invigorated our group. You could almost say amber is the color of our energy.
Yeah, kind of. 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. Yeah, it strikes, and I mean, there's sort of steam and hissing that comes off, and it is still alive, but it is very damaged. All right. With that, you hear the beating of wings and a scream of anger as this streak of white comes down out of the clouds and sort of the mist that is hanging over everybody here. And as it swoops down, it is going to release a blast of freezing air.
God knows we tried.
A 30-foot cone. So I need Radigan, Duma, and Curious to each give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Even behind, do I get anything for being behind cover?
No, because this is just a huge 30-foot cone. And
Well, I'm
it's a
boned.
dexterity save as opposed to an attack. You would have had half cover otherwise.
Going to expend a absorb elements on this.
Okay. So with that, Duma, you take 22 cold damage.
Oh, shit.
Curious, you also would take 22. You absorb half of that. So down to 11.
And basically, I get resistance to that attack, and then my next weapon attack can deal extra d6 of cold damage,
Cold,
which I'm assuming everything else here ignores.
Yeah, that's a good assumption. Radigan, you take the full brunt of 45.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm down.
You're not dead, right?
Heidi also needs to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, God,
Which doesn't
no.
matter. Doesn't matter if it
22
makes
damage
it.
minimum.
No, Heidi!
Yeah, minimum 22 damage. Heidi just freezes up and smashes to the ground and breaks apart in 100 pieces.
No!
I finally got rid of the damn Tresserum.
No! I can summon her back. I can always summon her back.
Eventually, yes. But for now.
You
And
need
so
to spell
the dragon is currently hovering about 15 feet off of the ground, just sort of cackling and snarling as it does that. That takes us to the ice toad. And the ice toad is going to hop over to Duma. And it is going to attempt to bite you.
Still in dodge.
And it does not. It rolled an 8. So, yeah, you're still in dodge mode. So it cannot get a purchase on you. So its jaws just snap. That takes us to Cassandra.
You killed Heidi! You bastards! And I'm gonna fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah, fireball!
All right.
Goodness gracious.
I want to point out that ice types are weak to fire attack.
Oof. It rolled a 4 on its dexterity save. Roll your damage.
Yay!
Just be glad I haven't given it layer actions like I'd planned.
You are a merciful DM.
Been really killer considering, ice walls and such.
Exactly. That ice wall was going to go right there and split you guys off.
32 damage!
Damn.
So I think that Ice Mephis is gone.
Did you drop it just so it catches the Mephit and not Curious, I assume?
Yes. I was trying to draw
No,
it,
she
but it
wanted to hit
didn't.
Curious.
Well, he did. Oh wait, you're the one who made the joke about me being not being graceful. Ah!
Can I make a suggestion right there?
I don't see anything.
No, because then you can take out the ice toad, the other Mephit, and the dragon. You might miss the one Mephit near me, but that's fine. You get more targets.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do then. Whichever has the
That's
most
what I was
targets.
surprised about. Yeah, so you'd be able to get those 3. So come on, Ice Toad.
No, screw them.
12.
They killed them all.
Oh, the Mephit gets a 20, but it's still going to be exploded. Actually, no, the Mephit is still alive.
Isn't it vulnerable? It's vulnerable to fire.
No, it isn't.
Isn't actually Pokemon?
Oh,
I'm just making jokes.
Sorry, it is vulnerable to fire. So yeah, so it does
Oh
explode.
shit, this is Pokemon.
It melts down. That is gone. The Ice Toad absolutely goes up in a ball of fire. And the dragon, you can see scorch marks, and he screeches in anger, but is still aloft. Nicely done. Takes us to Curious.
So, let's see here. First of all, acrobatics check. I can move. Sweet. I will move 5 feet to here. You said it was hovering 15 feet above the ground?
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes, 15 feet.
All right. So, I'm just looking up the specifics here. All right. So, I can, in theory, high jump a total of 21 feet in the air.
All right.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, no. It's 3 plus my strength modifier. So it would be 7 feet in the air.
Yeah, so that's going to put you at 12 feet. Not quite enough to get a swing away.
You can extend your arms half your height above yourself during the jump. Thus, you can reach above you a distance equal to the height of the jump plus 1.5 times your height. And I'm a tall boy. According to my bio, I am 7'4". So I can effectively
7'4",
go 14
yeah,
feet.
okay. Yeah, you can
Okay.
leap up and take a swing. Yep, you got a 17 acrobatics. I'm going to say that's enough for you to keep your feet and leap up. So roll your attack.
So first of all, bonus action, I'm marking him as my prey because reasons. And then, yeah, jumping up. Do I get both attacks off or just one?
Give me, what I used to do with Stephanie is give me an athletics check.
All right.
14.
14. Yeah, you can get both attacks off.
Cool.
From when Stephanie used that ring of jumping and absolutely clobbered everything in the Tomb of Annihilation.
If only I had advantage on it. Still,
Yeah.
23 I know hits these suckers for a total of
Definitely
11
hits.
damage.
All right.
Second attack, I lose the Slayer's Prey because it's the first attack on round, I believe. Let me just... Actually, I'm going to double check that because I don't remember. Yeah, the first time at each turn when I hit. Okay. And next attack is a miss.
That is a miss. So you drop down to the ground. Give me another acrobatics check to see if you keep your feet. You do not. You fall prone.
And I used 5 feet of movement, so I can't stand back up again. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. That takes us to Amber, and he looks at the dragon and looks down at the mephit in front of him, and he is going to...
I want to check something out.
All right, he knows that they are...
6 cold damage, too.
Yeah, has no effect. All right. He is just going to take a globule of acid and toss it at this mephit in front of him. Makes it save. So... Yep, takes no damage, unfortunately. And he just kind of curses, and he will step over there, taking an attack of opportunity. I love playing against myself. Claws hit. Jeez, ooh, he takes 7 damage. He takes slashing and cold damage, so he curses loudly. That is it for him. That takes us to Augustus.
All right, so I have to do my check first.
To move, yes. Give me an
I'm
acrobatics
going to be
check.
moving, yeah. I know, that's part of it.
You are good to go. It is difficult terrain, so your movement is still halved.
All right, so I can't make it to the dragon in 1. So I'm going to end up here. I'm going to be, yes, I know Radigan is hurt. And I'm going to be like, Radigan, get up. We need you to shoot her. Or possibly him. And I will do a healing word.
Right in the initiative order.
Very nice healing word.
Awesome.
And then I am going to bring down the hand on this little guy in front of me.
All right, roll your attack. That hits.
And movement, bonus action, and action. Done.
All right. Yeah, you strike down, and that is bludgeoning damage. And this little ice creature is vulnerable to that and just sort of cracks and breaks and then bursts in a spray of ice shards. So I need Gus and Curious to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Not so good.
12.
All right. Augustus, you take 4 slashing damage, and Curious, you take 2 as it explodes in its death burst.
There's got to be a joke there, but I can't figure it out.
It is now the
Don't have
mephit's
disadvantage on it. Okay.
We're back.
turn. It is going to... scrabble around. It is going to try and breathe through the doorway at Amber. He fails. He takes cold damage. He's still on his feet. That is it for the mephits. Top of the round, Duma.
All right, seeing that the creature is down, I'm gonna try and make my way. Do I have to roll acrobatics to stay on ice?
Yes, you do.
Phew, that was close.
Yep, you're able to keep your feet. So you have 20 feet of movement. So and the dragon is 15 feet off the ground.
Can't do much. I might as well take care of this other ice creature that is next to Radigan. Is that thing also flying or is it on the ground?
It's on the ground.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way there. That's gonna be just pretty much everything. And batter coming up. God damn it!
Does not hit. Roll your second attack. Does hit. 10 slashing damage. All right, that is enough. Nope, actually, that one had not taken any damage because the acid splash didn't work. So, yeah, you strike down on it, and some shards of ice sort of sprinkle and spray off, but it is still standing.
All right, and I forgot to perform one more action, bonus action. Sorry, I'm just trying to find that thing. There it is.
All right, hammering horns. Strength saving throw for a method. It's got a 7 strength. Yeah, and it rolls a 7, so it is pushed 10 feet back.
Thank you, and that's it for me.
The Great Ezekiel.
The Great Ezekiel. Just realized that spells have a range, so hang on. 30 feet. Oh, God.
Come get some, bard boy. All right, give me that acrobatics check.
I'm okay at these.
Put your puffy coat on and get outside.
8.
You fall prone.
Oh, come on. A Great Ezekiel would have a Canada Goose jacket.
All right, and I'll stand back up. I got like 5 more feet of movement, right?
Yes.
How close am I? 5 feet away.
Well, and he's 15 feet up.
Doesn't matter. You just take the longest of the two.
Yeah, but I can't quite hit him with the spell that I was going to hit him with.
Don't you have 5 more feet of movement?
No, I moved 5 feet forward. I had to get back
Move
up.
5 feet forward. Then you spent another 15 feet.
This
stand
first
up.
square is 10 feet.
To stand up.
Yeah, wait, what? I moved 5, and then I fell down.
And that's 10 feet.
Oh.
Because that's difficult terrain.
I actually can't even
So
move to where I was.
Okay, so yeah, you're there.
Do I have enough of a view on him to hit him with anything? Like, I can see him.
Yeah, I think you can see him.
All right. Sorry, I had a plan, and my plan no longer... You know what? You know who's 15 feet in the air and therefore not near any of my friends? I'm going to hit him with Fairy Fire.
Ooh, nice.
And he's going to be royal purple if he fails.
Not hot pink? I'm surprised.
He rolled a 13. He is
That-
glowing purple.
Variety is the spice of life, my friend Radigan.
I believe the spice melange is the spice of life.
That'll be it for me.
Radigan, you are currently prone on the ice, but you are back awake.
Well, he who controls the spice of life controls the universe. All right, so I'm
Tom
going
Brady.
to crawl to this little nook here and get back on my feet, leaning against a rock as I am in fact very badly hurt. Gonna reach inside my coat. I'm gonna pull out a big handful of what look like small round stones. I'm gonna flip the chamber of my revolver open, throw the stones at the back of the revolver, flip it closed, aim it at the dragon, and say "Good night, ugly," and fire 3 of these at
With advantage.
With advantage. So that is a 22 that hits. The 16 does not hit. And the 15 does not hit.
Oh,
Only the first
man.
one strikes.
To be fair, there was a
that is-
9 and an 8.
Yeah. So yeah, you fire 3 times, and the first one connects. The dragon is able to duck and dodge, even though it is still glowing purple, and avoids it, but does take some fire damage and is visibly annoyed.
Oh man, well that's not the first time he took fire damage this round, so that's not great. It's not a very good use of a second level spell slot. Go another 5 feet and then just kind of that's it. That's my turn.
All right, give me an acrobatics check as you are walking on your feet now. You fall prone.
Woo!
And he looks at you, sees you fall prone, and turns his head back to Cassandra, who hit him with the fireball last round, and is going to fly past you guys in the air here and is going to swing down with his claws. And first of all, attempt to hit Cassandra. That is a 15, which just hits. You take 8 slashing damage. Second hit is an 18 for 13 slashing. And then he is going to turn and attempt to bite you, Ezekiel.
What did I do?
That is...
Shield! I have shield!
For Cassandra, neither of them strike you. Both of the claws hit your arcane shield and spark off of it. And so out of his frustration, he turns and bites down on Ezekiel. You take 15 piercing damage, Ezekiel, and 4 cold damage.
All right, so that's 19. So DC 10.
Yep.
$17. He's still glowing.
The fairy fire stays up. He does get his breath weapon back. That is going to take us to Cassandra. So you have this dragon that is hovering above you now.
Like, would you say it's in melee
it's about-
range or
it's
no?
It's 10 feet above you.
I can fireball it, right?
Yeah, you can put a fireball so it goes above and it would hit it from above. Ooh, 34. Damn, that's a good damage roll. Rolled a 10, takes the full brunt of that damage. It is really starting to look scarred and burned and hurt, and it roars in pain.
That's what you get
Cassandra
for killing Heidi and for trying to beat up on I'm so on the great Ezekiel. Only I can yell at him and beat him up.
And as you are right underneath him, I'll say right now, you notice around the right leg, one of the claw strikes that attempted to make at you, Cassandra, you can see this black ice sort of cuff that it is wearing, and its eyes are sort of glazed and distant as you speak to it. And it just says,
I will freeze you and eat you last, young ones.
Black ice! Black ice! Black ice!
and that takes us to Curious.
So, this is okay. So, is all the ice here is difficult terrain?
Yes, this entire roof is difficult terrain.
I will stand up, expelling 15 feet of movement. I will then bonus action cast Zephyr Strike. And hopefully this works. Awesome. Okay, so currently I should have 45 feet of movement because if I'm using my Zephyr Strike on this guy. So I will.
Yep.
So that's effectively 20 feet of movement to get to here. But then I have to attack him.
You can
Yeah,
jump.
we're going to do that. We're going to try attacking this guy. All right, so oh shit, I need to double check the wording on Zephyr Strike because I think it's only melee attacks.
Well, he's pretty close to the ground.
How far is he from the ground?
He's 10 feet up.
Would you allow me a quick hop? Because technically I have 5 feet of movement I haven't used.
You can leap. Give me another athletics check. So you'll be able to get
12?
one attack off.
All right, so with advantage.
Say you leap off of this chimney. That is
And
a
he also
26.
takes-
That hits.
All right, so that is 17 plus 4. That's 21 damage he takes as I come
21.
crashing in.
Yeah, you guys see Curious in a blinding sort of burst of speed go dashing across, step on this chimney, leap up into the air, and bring his hand axe down basically across the back of the wing of this young dragon and just cut and slash. And there's just this spray of blood that comes out, and the dragon sort of dips and loses a bit of altitude. It is looking very rough.
I'm done.
All right, that takes us to Amber. He is going to zip around to their find. Oh, he can't make it. Nope, that's his movement. He will dash to move over to there, and that is it. He cannot do anything this round. Too far away. Takes us to Augustus.
All right. So he's flew over there now. How bad is Duma looking? I can't see his full hit point bar.
Duma's looking pretty bad.
5.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of us. Down. So let's use the mass healing word.
We used it already.
I have it as well.
Oh, well, that's cheating.
So I think so. Cassandra's fine. So one,
Man, I should
two,
have used
three.
lair actions on you guys.
Hell no! This would have gone on so
Six.
much longer.
Everybody can get 6 healing.
I will sing your praises forever, Duma. Excuse me, Gus.
Atazamuradin, who you should be praising. At 60
right.
feet.
Movement, action.
Yeah, actually, I'll do the move. Actually, I'll get everybody with that 60 feet. So, is the dragon down on the ground?
10 feet up in the air, but glowing purple.
Yeah, I'll just cantrip it. Oh wait.
So this
it's range.
radiant energy blast down from the ground. He does not get out of the way. Sort of scalds and burns, and so there's black scorch marks and gray sort of radiant burn marks on it now as well. Any movement?
No, I'll stay here for right now. Although there is the other option of the flying tackle on Cassandra, but she couldn't. There's not enough room on the other side, so fuck it, we'll move up, and then I'm done. I'll make my roll. Go ahead for.
You fall prone.
I will stand up and then finish my move. It wasn't 20.
It's difficult terrain, so.
Oh, 10 feet. Yeah, so it was about.
Yeah, so you're.
I was there. So there.
Yeah, there. This Mephit does not get his breath back. He's going to charge at you, Duma, with its claws.
Make sure you take that 6 healing Duma.
Okay.
And it feebly comes to swing at you, and you just keep it at bay with one of your feet. You just put it up as this little tiny creature comes up and tries to scrabble towards you. And that takes us to top of the round with Duma.
All right. Can I squeeze my way through from where I'm standing to here?
No, you cannot fit. Oh, diagonally? Yes. I thought you were going to ask to go through one of the arrow slits.
No. Just from where I'm standing to this grid point over here.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
All right.
We'll do
Don't
the arrow
fall.
slit experimentation later.
Don't slip.
You fall prone.
Oh, you hairy ass cow. All right. So I get up and I use my movement to move here. And what do I see over here?
It's a
This
pile of books.
Huh. Okay. I'll look. Huh. I lost my interest when you said books. All right. So is that stone behind the method?
Yes.
Okay. Can't really push him. All right. So might as well see how much damage I can bring.
That is a hit. 5 slashing. He is very badly wounded. And with your second strike, it explodes. Give me a dexterity saving throw as you slice through him with your sword, and he just explodes in a burst of ice shards. And you are not able to get out of the way of it. You take 6 piercing damage.
Ow.
But it's dead. The Great Ezekiel. You have a dragon 10 feet above you that is very badly hurt.
Hopefully he doesn't do very well on his save. I don't have anything to take advantage of the fact that he has disadvantage, or I have advantage on him. So I'm going to cast Upcasted to 3rd level Dissonant Whispers, because it's the only spell I have that deals damage.
Okay, wisdom save. That is a 9.
So 15 damage, and he has to fly away from me. And if anyone's within 5 feet, they get to, or if anyone's close enough for an opportunity attack, they can take it.
No opportunity attacks, but he does. He takes the 15 damage. He is very dazed, and you can see the eyes are kind of glazed, and so he does immediately turn tail and fly. So it's about 60 feet. So he heads over to there.
Radigan! Oh, I don't have any bardic inspiration left to give Radigan inspiration. Never mind.
I appreciate it.
Take him
Radigan.
out, friends.
All right, Radigan will crawl over to there, get back up onto his feet, aim the gun at the side of this thing's head, and
20.
You
hit him for 12.
Yeah, you are able to take aim, and as it is glowing purple, you blast, and this
Royal
firebolt
purple.
flies across. Finish him.
Awesome. As a big glowing red line of fire caves out the side of his head, Radigan just spins the gun in one hand, blows the smoke out of the barrel, and says, "That's a good gun. I think I'll keep."
All right, yeah.
That
So
will
this
never
panicked,
catch on.
this panicked dragon, as it is flying off, you see this burst of fire and smoke come from Radigan's newly contrived contraption, and the dragon just kind of spins and smashes into this small sort of stone wall as it crashes to the ground, sending sort of rock and stone tumbling, and it twitches, but it stops moving. And I think that is where we will end it for the night.
Woohoo! We defeated a dragon in a dungeon.
They
Sweet
should have a
ass.
name for that.
Technically
Yeah.
on a dungeon, I think.
It still counts.
It totally counts. Well done. So yeah, Stephanie, if you want to thank everyone for tonight, we will sign off here and
Mhm.
pick up again next session.
I would like to thank everyone for watching. So ZLT, thank you for watching, Superfan, as always. Along with Commander Root, Community Showcase, Lurks, Macman, and Windsock. In the doobly-doo down below, please check out our link for our Extra Life page, as well as our sister shows with the Heroes Wanted collective of shows. With that, have a nice night. Bye-bye!